gain works like this. You see, once we understand the physiological rules of how the body burns energy, we can strip fat off our body. Because I assume when you say weight gain, you mean fat, right? What happens when you don't have any sugar in your bloodstream is you get to the gym, and now you have a 20-minute reserve of glycogen. This is 20 minutes. 20 minutes into your workout, you're out of energy. Your body needs energy now. It takes 3 minutes to liquefy lean muscle. It takes 5 hours to turn fat into energy.
There's a lot to unpack here. So your body stores approximately 500 grams of glycogen. And being that every gram is 4 calories, that's approximately 2,000 calories worth of glycogen just stored in your muscles. But in this video, the claim was that you burn through your glycogen in 20 minutes. So let's say you're doing cardiovascular exercise like cycling. And we can estimate there's approximately 50% of your glycogen stored inside of your legs. Therefore, you have approximately 1,000 calories worth of glycogen stored in your legs. And if you only relied on glycogen as a fuel source during exercise, you would still probably have between 2 and 3 hours worth of glycogen stored inside of just your legs. With that being said, your body is always utilizing a mixture of fatty acids, glycogen, blood glucose, and even amino acids. And sometimes even much smaller substrate, such as things like lactate. But for the sake of this discussion, understand that if you're burning per se 300 calories an hour, and unless you're training at 100% of your maximum intensity, such as sprinting for the entire workout, which is likely impossible, you will not be utilizing solely glycogen. Instead, it's a mixture of fat and glucose. And since most people will be doing cardio around 50% of their VO2 max or maximum intensity, you're likely around 50-50 fat to carbohydrate. Therefore, this glycogen stored in your legs is more likely to last you multiple hours rather than 20 minutes. And the idea that it takes 5 hours to utilize body fat as fuel is simply false. The body is always releasing stored fat and utilizing stored fat. And there's always fatty acids in your bloodstream that can be utilized at any given moment. And now the last claim is that if we don't eat prior to exercise, we will liquefy our muscle in 5 minutes. If we look at the body composition changes associated with fasted versus fed cardio, there is significant weight loss, but almost no change in fat-free mass, which is predominantly made up by muscle. And even though technically there is a tiny change, it's the exact same in the fed group. Therefore, the idea that we're going to magically liquefy and lose all of our muscle if we do fasted exercise is simply incorrect. And even during intense exercise, the contribution of amino acids to energy production is only approximately 3 to 6%. And there is no evidence that protein ingestion prior to exercise alters net protein balance or muscle growth and maintenance. I see nothing wrong with Gary's 30-30-30 method, which is ingesting 30 grams of protein 30 minutes prior to a 30-minute exercise bout. But if you prefer to do it in a fasted state, you're not going to magically incinerate all of your muscle mass. And if you want to learn how to take control of your health and energy, send me a DM to sign up for coaching.